What's up YouTube, Demi here with another Demi Splains on how to get your very first 6th link in Path of Exile. As you can see, I have a 6th link Astral Plate. It is day 2 of Delve. I'm in softcore Delve, level 88 or so. How did I get this? Well, I had a Tabula for a long time, which I actually farmed in Blood Aqueducts using the Humility card. Go ahead and pull that up for you. So Humility can drop in the Aqueduct, or the Blood Aqueduct, or Channel Blood Water. Sorry, in Waterways, right? Those 4 zones. Blood Aqueduct is an Act 9 zone. So it's actually pretty easy to farm. It's like right here. Level 61 zone, you can do Chaos Recipe, you can get currency, whatever. And you get Humility cards. It took me about 3 to 4 hours to farm mine, which is pretty long, but I went from level 61 to level 73. Which allowed me to get my XP up for mapping, basically. I was prepped to do mapping, I was prepped to kill Kitava, just by doing that, right? And I farmed enough cards to get a set, which is 9 cards. Get your Tabula, that's a 6-link item, very easy to grab. And it's a 6-link white socket, you don't have to recolor it, none of that stuff, right? Very simple to grab, and definitely worth it as your first 6-link of the league. Beyond that, there's a lot of other div cards that you can farm that people seem to be totally unaware of or always forget about every league. So when I was looking to buy this chest, I went and looked up 6-link Astral Plates, or 6-link armor chests, and they were like 20, 40, 30, 50, 100 chaos. Plus, this Astral Plate would have cost me about 150 chaos, right? So how did I get it without paying that? Well, I went in and looked at div cards. Celestial Justicar is a div card that gives you a 6-link Astral Plate. The thing about div cards is the item level of the Astral Plate, or the item level that it gives, unless it specifically says an item level, it will give you one of your character level up to level 80. So if you have an 80 or higher character and you turn in a div card set, you'll get an item level 80 item, which is very useful. So when I was checking out other cards, I was like, oh, I want an Astral Plate. It's a good armor chest. My character needs mostly red sockets. Socket color is based off of the strength requirement, dex requirement, and int requirement. If it's got really high int requirement, it's more likely to roll blues. Astral Plates have a really high strength requirement, so they're more likely to roll reds. I needed red, so I went for that, right? So Celestial Justicar, when I looked it up, it was like 10 to 11C, and right now it's 12 to 13C or so, 14C looks like. And you need 6 of them. So let's do math. You pay 84 chaos for that, versus if I were to buy an Astral Plate, an item level 86 link, minimum, it would be 105, 150, 4x, 4x, right? That's a lot of currency. And I can get half of it off, more or less, just by buying the div cards. It's the same for all of the rest of these. These are all options to get your own div cards. You can farm these yourself. It drops in the Cursed Crypt or Crypt. The next one is Emperor of Purity. This gives you an item level 60... sorry. This gives you a 6-link Holy Chainmail. That's item level 60. It drops in Overgrown Ruin, Springs, Chamber of Sins 1, Chamber of Sins 2, and the Western Forest. You can farm those. This one's level 60, so it's kind of hard to get good rolls on it, but you can use essences, which I'll go into later on to get better rolls. Okay. Next one is Chains That Bind. It just gives you a 6-link body armor, 11 card set. You can farm it in Cage, Lava Chamber, Pen, or Pit, or just buy it. As of course, you can always just buy it off PB Trade or pathofexile.com/trade. They both work. Another armor one, 6-link body armor, 6 card set, the Dapper Prodigy. You can farm this in the Residence map. I farmed this one accidentally last league because I kind of shaped my Alice Residence unintentionally while leveling. And I got enough to do a set, so it was good. And then if it comes to weapons, you want a 6-link staff. You can do it in Overgrown Ruin or the Chamber of Sins with the Dark Mage card, item level 55 staff. You can craft a +2 staff with essences or +3 staff if you have masters to get a really high elemental staff for spellcasting or minions. Ethereal will give you a 6-link Vol Regalia. That's another armor piece up to level 80. It comes from the Eternal Labyrinth, it looks like. This should also drop in... yeah, the Apex of Sacrifice, which is the Ziri map. Ziri Uber Ziri should drop this. 6-link Shortbow, which is the same base as Quill Rain. You can scour chance that into Quill Rain. Sorry for that error noise. It drops in Gardens, Plaza, Terrace, and the High Gardens. Just for the bow, right? You can make a good Caustic Arrow weapon. You can make a Elemental Hit weapon. Or just sell the 6-link for currency, or scour chance and sell the Quill Rain for Explosive Arrow. That's another option. And the last one is, oh sorry, I've got 2 more. Second to last is a 6-link Harbinger Bow, level 91. I don't know why it's level 91. This guy the guy who made the card decided level 91 was fine. It only drops off of the boss of Ashenwood, the Lord of the Ashen Arrow, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And the last one is a 6-link two-handed mace, Coronal Maul, which is the best mace, item level 83, which is the perfect level to hit all the physical damage mods, and it can only drop in Arsenal. But yeah, that's all that. So how do you actually craft the essence? Or sorry, how do you actually craft the chest piece? What I did was I just used an essence, and I believe it was a Screaming Essence of Greed. Gives you 90 to 99 life on a chest. These are actually dropping from the delves as well as random essence mobs, but you can just buy one of these for like nothing if you don't have one on hand, or you can just upgrade yours to get one. To get one that's at least like, I don't know, 70 or so life. Anything above Wailing would probably be fine. You just use that on the item until you get life plus some resist. Craft whatever other resist you need, and you're done. That's it. You got your 6-link. It's got stats on it. It's just strictly better than a Tabula. This is giving me what? 75 total resistances along with the 96 life. It's a pretty solid chest piece that cost me 68 chaos or so. I could resell this for a couple X if I wanted to flip and make currency that way, or I could just wear it and use it to level up over time. The other ways to get a 6-link are you can actually try to link something yourself, which I never recommend because it's expensive. So if I were to take, like, for example, a Voltaxic Rift, to get links on it, I'm going to quality it up to 20%, and then I'm going to spam Jewelers on it to get a 6-socket, which requires at least item level, I want to say 55 or 60, not 100% on that. You need a relatively high item level to be able to hit 6 sockets, right? And then once you get the 6-socket, you spam Fusings on it. It takes an average of, say, 200 to 300 Jewelers to get a 6-socket, and an average of 1,000 Fusings to get a 6-link on a 6-socket, which is insane. To get a 5-link on a 6-socket, it's about 100 to 200 Fusings generally. You can also force those. If you have the items, you can force the links and sockets and whatnot with Varici if you don't want to risk the RNG and just fail the linking process. So if you have a high level Varici, you can just do that yourself. So let's see. 6-socket requires level 6 to force. It costs you 350 Jeweler Orbs, just straight up. You get the 6-socket guaranteed, no risk involved, right? 6-linking that is the same. Requires level 7 though, and it costs 1,500 Fusings to force. So you can see the averages are better than Varici costs, but they're not guaranteed. So if you spend 1,000 Fusings without hitting a 6-link manually, that's just RNG. Shit out of luck. You gotta try again, right? It doesn't mean that the next 500 you're gonna spend are guaranteed the 6-link. It means that it's still a 1 in 1,000 chance to 6-link. So if you're unlucky, you can spend up to, like, the most I've ever spent on an item to 6-link it was around, I think it was 5,400. And I've heard crazy numbers like 15k plus to get their first 6-link of a league, which is just ridiculous. So hopefully this video helps. I think I might combine. No, I'll leave this video by itself. But yeah, if that helps, let me know. If you have any comments and suggestions on what you want the next Demi Splains to be on, leave it in the comment section below this video, or come ask me on Twitch or post it on our Discord. So we have a suggestion channel on Discord. If you have any suggestions about my content or me in general, whatever, it's a good place to go. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. That's how you get your first 6-link, or any 6-link if you're struggling. If you have any questions, feel free to come on stream and ask. The links to my stream, my Discord, my Patreon, and my merch store, all the stuff that you can do to support the channel or find more of me, are linked in the description below this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. I hope it helps you in league starts or in the general. I'll see you guys in the next video, and that'll be Demi out. Thanks for watching.